Alrighty, boys, what is up? What is up? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. So, in this series, we'll be taking a look at some of the most unique characters in EA Sports UFC 5. Now, this is something that the game has got a lot of, rightfully so, criticism for, right? A lot of characters in the game are nothing more than just skins, and you just use them however you want to use them. A lot of players like to play meta. But there are some characters in the game that are quite unique. They have unique properties, unique animations, unique movements, unique combinations, unique things about them that if you wanted to roleplay these guys, you could actually have a lot of fun doing so. And so with this series, I'm going to use some of these guys. And the first one today is going to be Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Now, when you look at Stephen Thompson, he's got a few things unique about him, starting with his ability to throw a roundhouse to the body while switching his stance at the same time. It looks like this. Boom. Look at that. Throw and switch. Now, you do this, of course, by throwing the roundhouse, and while your leg is in the air, you switch your stance by clicking down on the right stick, right? So like this, and you switch your stance. It's a very good way to kind of throw and sneakily switch your stance without your opponent even knowing that you did it. He also has this karate blitz right there. If you were able to pinpoint accurately intercept your opponent, you can blitz them karate style. He's the only guy in the game that has it. His roundhouse kicks as well have some unique properties to them in the sense that when you whiff them, you don't do a full 360. This is very, very advantageous because a lot of other characters, when you whiff, you do a full turn and that leaves you wide open to get countered. But with Wonderboy, for example, his roundhouse to the leg, look at that. It pulls right back. You don't do a full 360. His roundhouse to the head, look at that. You pull the leg right back. You don't do a full 360. His roundhouse to the body, same thing. Your leg pulls right back. You don't do a full 360. And these shots don't have wind up either. Look at that. This is the roundhouse. Look at that. Quick to the body. Barely any wind up. It just goes and comes right back to the leg. For the head, it's gorgeous. No wind up. Right to the head. And also when it comes to the lead one, this lead one is gorgeous. Look at that. The leg just comes right up. No shift, no switch to the leg, comes right up. So of course he's got this unique front leg side kick. He lifts up the leg and stumps. Now, it's not exactly the way Wonderboy does. You guys know I had a training session with Stephen Thompson and he showed me the way he actually throws his side kick to the body. This is not it, but it's the closest thing we've actually ever got to the way Wonderboy throws his side kick to the body, right? He's got the lead, the front leg side kick to the leg, the roundhouse. He's got this, his jab, his straight, and he also has a unique turn-in side kick to the leg. To the body. See that? The leg comes right back. Pretty much a lot of Wonderboy's weapons are very, very good when you miss. So when you miss this, hold on, the leg right away, you retract it right back. It's very difficult to actually take advantage of your opponent when you whiff this. So we're gonna go ahead and play around with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Unfortunately though, with the way the game works, it's still more advantageous to use him meta as opposed to hanging back, doing all this stuff. All of this stuff will get you in trouble. But if all you want to do is roleplay, he has so many weapons that will allow you to really get into character and roleplay Steven. So that's what we're gonna go do. And then when we're done with that, when we actually find a welterweight division, we're going to check out some other characters like Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw, Justin Gaethje, guys like Max Holloway. There are a few other guys that we're going to take a look at. So without wasting any additional time, let's go use Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, baby. Alrighty, boys, here we go. Man, I gotta say, dude, it's been a long time since we've tried to hammer this point in. Thank you. As I'm using Stephen Thompson right here, one of the more, you see that right there, that roundhouse to the body that allows you to actually switch. It's one of the more unique characters in EA Sports UFC 5. There we go. It's been a while since we've been asking for that unique rear leg kick that he's got right there. Of course, he's got this blitz, this karate blitz he does. He's got the unique roundhouse to the head. You guys already saw some of the weapons that we're going to be using in the intro, so I don't need to call them out. The only thing though, and this is where I would love to see some serious improvements in UFC 6, is although someone like Stephen Thompson has all these unique properties, unique qualities to him, it's not really the optimal way to use him. You know what I mean? It's like the best way to use Stephen Thompson, if you look at the best Stephen Thompson, oh shit, hold on. If you look at the best Stephen Thompson players in the world, like players that really want to be competitive with Wonderboy, they don't really play sim Wonderboy. You know what I mean? They're not switching stances. They're not trying to use his unique properties. They're essentially using him the same way they would use someone like Connor. You know what I mean? Oh my god. This dude is literally not going to let me have fun. Which is okay. Head kick. He is doing some serious damage right now, boys. There we go. Head kick. Body. Switch back to orthodox. Kick. This match is laggy a little bit. But yeah, man, like what I was saying is that the optimal way to use Wonderboy is not what I'm trying to do right here. You kind of see my dream is a situation where when you pick a character like Stephen Thompson, the moment you start using the character like a brawler, for example, you veer away from what they do well, from their skills. You know, you're not using the side kicks. You're not using the kicks. You're essentially using him like his Vanderlei Silva or something. The moment you start doing that, the game punishes you right away. The game finds a way the game does not give you the tools you need to play in that style. The only tools you have as Wonderboy is play exactly like Stephen Thompson plays. And the moment you do that, look at that beautiful blitz right there. The moment you do that, you find success. You know what I mean? And we've talked about this before. I'm still going to make a video kind of just breaking this concept down a little bit further. This concept of rather than having an overall meta, because right now there's a clear meta in UFC 5, and you know this meta it's everybody is doing it. If you want to be competitive, the moment you see somebody doing it, this is how you know, all right, that's a good player, right? And to be fair, martial arts does have a meta. You know what I mean? MMA has a meta. If you take a look at jiu-jitsu as a standalone martial arts, there is a meta. So I'm not saying that it's going to be possible to completely eliminate a meta, but I do think we can get to a point where every single fighter in the game is built with a meta in mind. The same way that characters in traditional fighters are built. Nope. Too far. The same way characters in traditional fighters are built with a meta in mind, right? Like when they designed Liu Kang or Sub-Zero, freaking Netherrealms or whatever, right? They know how they want you to use Liu Kang. They want you to use him in a specific way. He's not just a skin for you to, you know, express yourself. And I get rocked right there. There we go. Basically, I don't want these fighters to just be skins for the player. Hey, this is a skin. Now, player, express yourself. To me, that's not the way it's supposed to work. Every fighter, or at least the top 10 in each division, should be designed with a meta in mind. The developers should enforce it. It's like, we want you to use the character this way. If you don't use the character this way, you lose. You know what I mean? Sit him down. And in my opinion, some of the best games that people enjoy out there work like that. Marvel Rivals, it's a game I haven't played, but I hear that's how it works. I keep hearing, you know, my friends who play and just other content creators, oh, you can't use Black Panther like that. You got to use Ooh, that was so close. You know, they say you can't use Black Panther like that. You got to use him a specific way. You can't use Spider-Man like that. Is Spider-Man even in the game? I don't know. But pretty much, there's always, you can't use this guy like that. You can't use that guy like that. You have to use this character in this way. That's what makes, in my opinion, as I get rocked again. Jesus Christ, bro. Oh, I'm about to lose, boys. I am trying to role play Stephen Thompson. It ain't working right now. My opponent also just won't let me do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he knows I'm trying to do it, and he's like, nah, I ain't gonna let you, boy. There we go. Set him down. See, like, when I start playing this way, yeah, see, this is what works. You know what I mean? The 1-2 head kick, the fucking ripping combinations and all that. When I start playing meta with Wonderboy, then, like, you see Wonderboy's speed. You see, like, how good he can actually be. But if you're trying to just back up, pot shot your opponent, you know, create distance and all that, and do it the way that Steven would actually do it, you end up getting rocked all over the place. So he's unique. He absolutely is. He's got all these properties, but a lot of players just don't feel the desire to use those properties, because a lot of times when you try, you just get in trouble. You know what I mean? And it should be the other way around. It should be when you're using those properties, you're safer. When you're not using those properties, that's when you're getting in trouble. That's the way. If you build your game like that, then you encourage players to actually want to pick the characters and role play the character, because they have no choice. It can't be the player has to design. No, you have no choice. You have to role play the character or lose. That's my dream. Let's move on. Yep. Come on, Machado. Let's start off with our classic. Back court, boy. I'm gonna roundhouse him and switch stance. Boom. Woo! Look at that. So sneaky. By the way, the way you do that, like I already explained, you throw the roundhouse, and as you're throwing the roundhouse, you switch your stances. Look at that. You find yourself in a different stance. It's gorgeous. And then, of course, this blitz. This blitz that you're doing is the Wonderboy karate blitz. All you're doing is just you're going straight jab straight while moving forward. Straight jab straight. Alright. The way Wonderboy's straight animation flows as well, you can intercept opponents very well. Like if you time him well, you can whoop, tap them. Like see that right there? Intercept them very well. Caught that. There we go. Good body. Caught that. Let me tell you, when you actually get that blitz to work, as he's rocked, there we go. To get that blitz to work, you have to land the cross. You have to actually land the cross clean. Then you can like bum blitz him as he's moving backwards. If they block the combination, then the combo will slow down and it's not gonna flow like that, you know. It's not gonna flow quickly. So you gotta land the cross and then get it going. And it's so beautiful, dude. Too far. The head kick is right there. No, it wasn't. But it's right there. Push him back. There's that intercept. This is a much better fight to showcase Wonderboy. Much better fight. Hopefully you guys haven't tuned off by now. A lot of you watch like 5 minutes of the video and then stop watching. Which, I get it. But hopefully you guys have hung around till now. If you've watched up until this point, just write Wonderboy in the comment section. I want to see who the real ones are. Back up. So yes. We're going to do this series right here. So first one's going to be Wonderboy. Next one is most likely going to be either TJ Dillashaw or Dominic Cruz. Then, of course, we've got Mike Tyson in there. Max Holloway in there. There are a few. Justin Gaethje, another one that we're gonna check out. There we go. Very good. Yeah, man. I dream of a time. I really dream of a time when an overall meta is going to be inevitable. It's just, I feel like it's inevitable. Players will eventually find something that works across the board. But I would like a situation where, bro, you're going to pick Conor McGregor. You can't. And then you differentiate between all types of, so like, for example, the aggressive archetype is there are multiple types of aggressive fighters, right? There's the Conor McGregor aggressive type where he's using his presence. He's making the octagon feel claustrophobic. He makes it feel like, bro, like I have no space to breathe. He's not pressuring you with strikes. He just pressures you with his presence, right? Makes you feel claustrophobic in there. And he's looking for you to do one or two things. He wants you to either lash out at him. In other words, he uses his slip and pull and duck counters to fucking shred you. Or he wants you to curl into a shell and then he picks you apart. That's one. That's one type. But Conor's type of aggression is different from Paulo Costa's style of aggression, right? Paulo Costa overwhelms you, wants to overwhelm you with attacks, with strikes. He doesn't care if you're curling into your shell or if you're throwing back at him. He just wants to, oh my God, these intercepts are gorgeous. These intercepts are gorgeous. You know, he wants to overwhelm you with a barrage of attacks to get you out of there. It's a different style. Costa is not the head movement guy. It's just boom, 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 boom. Shred, you're dead. We have to differentiate between those styles, right? And so if you pick Conor, for example, again, in my opinion, this has to be done with animations. Animation is key. And this is what I'm going to bring out in that video I'm working on right now. I'm going to show you guys how animation is key. Because Conor, for example, cannot fight aggressive like someone like Dustin Poirier can. He can't. Conor leaves himself way too open. If you go watch his fight versus Dustin, for example, you see what I mean. Conor is more of a sniper. And when he's not sniping, when he's trying to throw a bunch of combos, he leaves himself. I mean, Dustin Poirier was countering the fuck out of him with check hooks because Conor will fall into his shots. You know what I mean? He'll fall into his shots. He'll leave himself open here and there because he's getting rocked again. He'll throw wide looping shots. So someone else that does that is Izzy, right? Israel was a sniper. But when Israel tries to like get aggressive, he'll throw these looping shots with a lot of openings. Hold on. That dude was starting to get a little bit too close. Okay. Yeah, Israel will start throwing these looping shots where he leaves himself a little bit open. You can bring that, you can introduce that with animations. So like, for example, if there's a fighter you guys you absolutely don't want him to brawl, then give him animations that leave him wide open if he tries to brawl. So say for example, if there's someone that's very, very good at brawling in the pocket, someone like Max Holloway. When Max Holloway does that point down thing, the reason why he wins that a lot of times is because his punches are so tight in the pocket. It's not like wide looping shots. It's really, really tight. And so he catches these guys in the pocket when they're, so like Justin Gaethje will try to like throw these looping shots, but Max is real tight in the pocket. Ilia Topuria is someone else that's like really tight in the pocket. So these guys that you want to be able to brawl in the pocket, make sure that their animations are real tight. You might even give them, oh man, we'll break this down even more. You might even give them elusive properties to their punches, right? So someone like Ilia Topuria, for example, if he's throwing a hook, add some evasive properties to his hook so that if you try to exchange with him, you whiff, but he doesn't. You know what I mean? That's realistic because Ilya keeps his head up the center line when he's throwing. Have that built into his animations. UFC Undisputed 3 did that very, very well. There's certain guys you could not fucking brawl with. Guys like Dan Henderson, Hendo. He had these like very, very tight hooks that when you try to fucking brawl with him, you get hurt. There we go. There's our block counter right there. So you need to do that. Our snipers make their jabs and their straights a piston. Make their wide hook combinations, leave them open. You know? Create openings in there for player. Okay, like, oh, I'm brawling with Connor and you're getting fucking dropped. You're getting hurt. You know what I mean? Animation is key. Edson Barboza, for example. Make sure nobody has better kick. So if I'm using someone like someone that's not as good of a kicker as Edson, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, Eddie Alvarez or something. Right now in the game, if someone picks Edson Barboza and they're trying to leg kick and you have Eddie Alvarez, you can go leg kick for leg kick. It shouldn't be that way. Edson should have leg kick animations that are so clean that it just lands with ease. Meanwhile, Eddie Alvarez, it should feel labor. It should feel like, oh yeah, I cannot go leg kick. It shouldn't just be about stats. You know, like, oh, Edson has higher leg kick stats. No, the animation should reflect it. Oh! Again, animation should reflect it. You know right away, all right, I cannot fuck with this guy on this level. I can't do it. So, we'll see, man. I think he's privy to this head kick now. We'll have to find something else to hit him with. Let's see here. It's still there, though. That head kick is still there. Right there. See that? Shit. Yeah. So, it's the same thing I would love to see on the ground as well. Like, I'm telling you guys, everything goes back to animation. And my hope is that they start to see that. My hope is they begin to see it. Everything goes back. For example, I'm going to give you guys a fine example. In the game right now, you guys know the Ilya Topuria lead roundhouse to the body? You guys know what I'm talking about? That lead roundhouse to the body with Topuria that has no windup whatsoever, that players love to freaking spam or whatever. Why do players love that? Because of the animation. What the hell? Come on, I hate this shit. Because of the animation. Now compare it to the regular lead roundhouse, right? Which one's better? Which one? Like if your game, like right there, like the one he threw. Like if your game, if a fighter is known for lead roundhouse kicks, you would want that Ilya Topuria lead roundhouse because it has no windup. It's quick. It's snappy. Look, like right there. Animation's everything. It's everything. As he gets rocked. Well, that was dumb. Let's not do it again. Maybe we can try again. Trying to land the retreating roundhouse to the head, but that looked so ugly. Like that roundhouse from Wonderboy. That lead roundhouse from Wonderboy. It's so sneaky. Look at that. This shit's so sneaky. But now he tries to throw his, but mine's sneakier. The Wonderboy roundhouses are just sneaky. That's how it should be. Find what the fighter is good at, then give him animations that allows him to have a significant advantage when he's using those weapons. And everybody else that try, you know, the same thing with the body uppercut right now, you know? The reason why everybody can pick can pick the same character and do this fucking jab, body, uppercut, jab, slip, body. The reason why every player can do that regardless of who they're using is because all the animations look the same. There are no different rear body uppercut animations. Imagine if there were ugly ones, slower ones, bigger, ones with like shit. Ones with more frames, ones that doesn't look clean when you land it. You're not gonna want to use that shit when you're using a character that doesn't have the clean looking one. You know? Forgot he had that. I'm gonna find more of that. Boom. But now everyone can you can pick whoever and play that meta jab, lead, body, jab, rear, body, uppercut shit. Everyone can do it. It's so silly. Because of animations, man. I've been screaming about animations since... Woo! See that? Look at that. This is what I mean. Now, other fighters would do a full rotation when they whiff a head kick, but look at Wonderboy. See what happened right there? I missed the head kick. I didn't do a full rotation, so he didn't have the opportunity to really counter. You need more things like that. This way, as Wonderboy, you're encouraged to throw head kicks, because it's like, okay, if you throw your head kick as Wonderboy and you whiff, it's not as punishing as, let's say, somebody else that doesn't have Wonderboy's head kicks tries to go head kick for head kick with Wonderboy. You will lose because your head kick is not as high level as Wonderboy's, and it's not about stats. It's about the animation, how it looks. Hopefully what I'm saying here makes sense. There we go. Look at that. Sneaky, sneaky. There we go. Oh. That's what I'm talking about right there, baby. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So yes. Good fight, buddy. I'm making a video on this right now where I'm gonna go real in depth, and I'm gonna show you guys examples with UFC Undisputed 3. I'm gonna show you guys, real life footage. Moving forward, man, our boxers, the ones that are known as the great boxers in the game, there are certain things you can do with their animations to separate them from others that are not as good, so that every single time you're facing them, no matter who's using them, especially if they're being used by good players, you're not gonna want to box with them, period. So hope you guys enjoyed this one with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Like I said, this is just part 1. Part 2 is most likely going to be Dominic Cruz. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it, and I'll see you guys later with a brand new one. As always, stay safe. Peace out, boys. Have a good one.